Alright, so this is a tutorial on how to make the tire. Okay, so it is very important that you follow this tutorial click by click so that you don't so that you achieve the desired result. Okay, so let's get into it. So we're making this tire right here for the ClapTrap robot model, and to do that I have to create a cylinder. So I'm going to make a cylinder here to move it down and rotate it 90 degree on Z. And I'm going to hit the 4 key to bring up wireframe mode so I can see what I'm doing. Now with while I'm in wireframe mode, I'm just going to align this to the tire, okay? That way, and then I'm going to go to my side view and I will align it up. Something like so. Okay, that's perfectly good. The next step is I'm going to click on my tool settings, and if you can't find your tool setting, double click on your cursor to bring up the tool setting right here, and uncheck camera based selection. Make sure this box is not checked. Okay. Now I am going to go into my face mode, click and drag to select all my faces that are part of this cylindrical shape or circular shape. You will notice that the sides of the cylinder are not selected, just the caps of it, right? Left view here, 4 key. Now I'm going to do an extrude, and I will offset this to 0.3 and leave that there. Okay. The next step is I will do and I will go to the multi-cut tool up here, click on that, and go back to your perspective view. Hit the 5 key to bring up your shaded view. And with the multi-cut tool, I'm going to hold down Control and hold down Shift and snap it to 50%. Click once here, and I'm going to go over to the other side and do the same thing. So hold down Control, then hold down Shift. Make sure that it's this circular orange loop. Click once. Okay. Now, if you follow all the steps, your wheel / tire thing should look something like this. All right. So now we will tackle the. Oh, oops, sorry, it's way too thick. Let me make this thin again. There you go. So now we'll tackle the tread of the wheel here. So if you zoom in, you'll see the tread of the wheel has this sort of V pattern going on. So we'll try to recreate that. So to do that, let's just put down a line in the middle of our tire. And to do that, again, use the multi-cut tool, hold down Control, then hold down Shift to make sure it snaps, and make sure it snaps at 50%. Okay? Like so. So that's done. Once you have your middle line, let me turn off the reference layer. Here. Once you have your middle line like this, go to the front view, turn my reference back on. 4 key for all the to get into wireframe mode so you can see through your mesh. And I'm going to go to vertex mode. While I'm in vertex mode, I'm going to click and drag and grab all the points in the middle like that. Okay. Once that's selected, I'm going to hit E on my keyboard for the rotation tool, and I'm going to rotate it on the Y axis. And you can see as I'm grabbing the rotation handle and rotating it, you can kind of see these vertices are moving. And let's keep it like that, so that the V shape more or less line up. Okay. Now let's go back to our perspective view. Go back to object mode. Select your tire. Hit Shift I to isolate it. Now what we want to do is we want to select all those horizontal edges. And to do that, let's go to edge mode. Click once, then hold down Shift, then double click. With Shift held down, select this side and then double click. And then we'll want to do a little bit on the side wall as well. So we'll select these edges. So with the Shift key held down, select one, then double click the one next to it. Same here. Select one, then double click. Okay? So now all of our edges are selected. Let's hold down Shift, then right mouse button down, do a bevel. Okay? That looks okay. I'm fine with 0.3, so I'll leave that be. Okay? The next step is we'll select our faces, so we'll select the faces that need to kind of cut in so that we have those grooves in our tire. And to do that, I can select this and hold down Shift in face mode and make sure I'm just keep selecting. To make this faster and so that I don't have to do it on the other side, I'm going to turn on symmetry X, or is it X or Z maybe? Oh, Y, okay. So symmetry Y, and I'm just going to keep selecting. All of my grooves here. Yep, and then I will also select the side ones as well. Hold down Shift, click and select. Okay, now that all your edges, all your faces are selected, turn off symmetry and hold down Shift, right mouse button down, do an extrude. And thickness, let's do negative 0.01. Let's do 0.0225. Why not? There you go. 0.025 for thickness. And if you did everything correctly, you should have something that looks somewhat like this. And now when you hit the 3 key, you will have this kind of wheel shape happening. Okay? The next step I want to do is the hubcap on the side. So to do that, I'm going to select face, and with the camera base selection turned off, I'm just going to drag a little marquee here, and you'll see how it select all the faces here, and it will also select the faces behind it. Okay? And I'm going to hold down Shift, do an extrude, and thickness. I'm going to extrude inward like so. Then I'm going to hit the R key, okay, for scale, and I'm going to, not from the middle, I'm grabbing this square one here and scale those faces down like that. Then I will do another extrude and offset. That is, let's make it a little bigger than that. Let's make it 0.2 maybe. 0.05. Oops. 0.05. That's even bigger. 1. 0.3. 3 is too small. 2. Let's do 0.25. 0.25. There you go. That's good enough for me. Once we're there, let's do another extrude. And let's just pull it in like that. Let's do it a little bit less so they don't intersect. So do it in extrude at negative 0.02. Okay? So now we have our tire. So the last thing I need to do with this tire is bevel all these edges. So that's easy. Just go to edges, or sorry, edge selection mode, double click, double click, double click, and double click. Do the same thing on the other side. Double click, double click, double click, and double click. Then do a Shift B for bevel, or sorry, not Shift B, a Shift right mouse button down with the edge selected, bevel, and play your tweak the fraction so that it's not huge, and increase my segment by 1. So now that's done. If you hit 3 on your keyboard, there you have your tire. Okay. And I think one last thing I would do to this tire is when I hit the 3 key, this kind of sharp point gets lost a little bit, and I think I want to retain that shape a little bit better. So I will give that a bevel. So I'm going to go to edge selection mode, double click the one edge to select the entire edge loop. Hold down Shift, right mouse button, bevel, reduce the fraction to something like that, and then increase your segment to 2. Now if you hit 3 key again, you should see that this V shape is holding a lot better. And that is it for the tire. Yeah.